Hey everybody, welcome back to Stock Voyager. I'm Jer. We're going to take a deeper look today at HourPass. I did a video on them yesterday, January 7th, about their IPO, and they were going like crazy. The stock price was going crazy. I explained why the stock price was going crazy. Today, I'm going to look at the possibilities for this stock and what could happen, and what to be aware of as we move forward into this next week. Okay, so we are going to take a look at, we're going to compare HourPass to another stock that was very similar that went kind of crazy as far as the stock price and after their IPO. And we're going to compare them and see what the chances are that our loop can do the same thing. The stock that we're going to look at is SOPA. I've done videos on SOPA too. Initially, whenever they did their IPO, and then again recently, whenever they were listed into into an index. And the thing about SOPA was that they are a small float stock with 60% of the stock, with 60% of the shares being locked up, like 63% of the shares being locked up with the officers of the company and initial investors. So 63% of the shares are locked up until April. Similar to what's happened with our loop, but our loop has some benefits. So we're going to take a look. We're going to go here, and we look at SOPA. We look at their revenue to start with. The revenue is 85,000 last quarter, 7,000 before that, 9,000 before that, and 2,000 before that. They are currently trading at $167 million market cap with about 30% of the shares available. Now then, whenever they listed, if we go here and look, they listed for $15.50 a share. Okay. It shot up to, on that first day, $48.30. Then the next day they went down to 45. Then the next day they went up to 51.91, then 43.55, then 51.83, then 45.63, then looks like 45.36 before falling down to initially 40, then down to 32, then back up to 38, then down to, it looks like 11.18. So, in dealing with these stocks, with stocks that have low float, and that have just recently come out and have a large percentage of their shares locked up. In dealing with that, you have to understand that there's a lot of risk because, like with SOPA, they only did $103,000 in revenue in the last 4 quarters, and they're trading at, well, now at, like we looked here, at $167 million. Well, because it's so low float, there's so few shares available, and such a high percentage of shares are locked up, it's able to very quickly shoot up because of supply and demand. Demand goes up whenever there's news, or whenever they get listed, and the supply is just so short that it just kind of explodes. So if you look at that, you saw that they went up to 51.91 on their third day. So first day 48.30, second day 45, down to 45. Then on their third day 51.91, third day of trading. Okay, so if we look, let me take a look here. Okay. Their high, though, was 77.34. They probably hit that on either um, November 11th, their third day of trading, or their first day of trading, November 9th. So their high was 77.34. So they went all the way up to 77.34, probably got halted, and then kind of came down off of that. Okay. Looking at hour loop, here is the difference. So there's like 7 million shares, I believe, available of SOPA. Hour loop has 1.5 million shares available with 33 million shares locked up. And we'll cover that in just a minute. So the potential here, you say, well, that's kind of risky because SOPA fell off, a deep fall. Yes, there is a lot of risk. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my opinion off of my own experiences. Okay, looking at hour loop, the difference here is that they did 6 million in revenue, 9 million in revenue, 11 million in revenue, and 10 million in revenue, which equaled out to be like 40 or 50 million total revenue for the last 4 quarters. They are trading at 278 million. That market cap is based off of the 33, 36, whatever it is, million shares that are not free float, but they're shares outstanding. Most of those, I believe it's 96%, are locked up. We're going to look on SEC filings, and we're going to go here. 33,307,000 shares are locked up. This is executive officers and directors as a group. 33,307,000 shares. 96% of the outstanding shares are locked up. They are locked up. We and our directors, officers, and certain principal shareholders have agreed with the representative not to offer, for sale, issue, sell, contract to sell, pledge, or otherwise dispose of any of our common stock or securities convertible into common stock for a period of 6 months after the date of this prospectus. This prospectus was on, I believe it was January 7th. We can move up here. I believe it was the date of this, January 6th. January 6th, 2022. So you would have that 6 months from then. July 6th, 2022 is the end of lockup. So these shares, the 30, however many million, excuse me. The 33 million shares are locked up until July 6th of 2022, 6 months out from now. So 96% of this 27.8 million market cap is not being traded. That is the market cap, what the company is worth based off of all 36 million, 33 million total, whatever it happens to be, the total shares. That is the market cap off of that, the 33 million shares times this $8, which is what it ended up trading. Actually, I think it's off of the $7.99, which is what it ended at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whenever the stock market closed, $7.99. So $7.99 times 33 or however many shares free float is, actually, I can do the math here. Let me do the math. All right, so we're taking 278,101,10,000 divided by 7.99, 34,807 shares. So about 35 million shares. Of that, 33, as we saw, 33 million shares are locked up. So you take and compare this And yes, you will end up having people say, oh, well, they're a trinket. Like if you go to their website, they're a trinket store. They can't do that great. Why is this company trading at 200 and whatever million market cap? Well, the reason they're trading at 278 million market cap is because most of the shares are locked up, so they can't even be traded. So this is just trading off of 1.5 million shares, 1,500,000 shares. This is like, that's all that's available. So really, this doesn't come into play. This market cap doesn't come into play. So that is why it's trading at that value. And I don't know that it will, it'll probably fall off of this, but you're going to have some interest and some excitement behind it for a little bit. Do I know that it's going to double this? Do I know it's going to go to 20? No. Do I know it's going to go to what SOPA was trading at, which was that 51.91? Absolutely not. I don't know that. I don't know that it's going to go to 70. I don't know that it's going to go to 12 or 16 or whatever. I'm just saying that whenever you compare Hour Loop to SOPA, they're basically, SOPA does some other things. They do some payment processing, but also they own a website that sells stuff too. Now then, also something that you need to know is that on this website, this is not all they do. So you go to this and you think, oh, well, how are they making $40 million a year off of this? And I started looking and I read the prospectus, and I came to the part where most of their funds actually don't come from this website. This website's great. They're able to make funds off of it, yes, but this isn't it. So if you go and you Google Hour Loop Amazon, Hour Loop at Amazon, and this shows, so Hour Loop here, this shows stuff that they are selling. 150 pages worth of stuff that they are selling. And you can search just stuff on Hour Loop. Let's say dog. Okay? Dog toy, plush dog toy. A lot of their stuff is toys. Food. Is there food? Cooking stuff. Just random. It's kind of almost, some of it's kind of like Wish stuff, but so this is where they're making their money. It's not just off of this site. So if anybody tells you, oh, well, they're just going off that site selling trinkets. No, they're selling toys. They're selling other stuff through Amazon. That's where most of their funds come from, is from Amazon. You can also look and you can see their profit. It's not huge. And actually, it looks like it declined some here. But you're not investing in this company. I wouldn't invest in this company at this price. I wouldn't say buy this stock and hold it long term. Like, no, don't do that. I would say this is a tradable stock. And if you know what you're doing and how to work it, this stock in the short term could shoot up based off of FOMO, fear of missing out, and based off of people, the energy behind this. People seeing it on Friday saying, oh, it went up 100%. How much more could this go up? Well, potentially it could go to like what SOPA was trading, which was like 50 and 60 bucks. Potentially. Do I think it'll go to that? I don't have expectations of that, but I fully would expect that pre-market, you're going to see it kind of spike some. And then after pre-market is what I would be looking at. Once you're into market hours, and I would say in between 9:30 and 10ish, maybe 10:30, you're going to probably see it drop off some and find some kind of support, and then bounce off of that support to kind of head up for the day. So I'm not advising you to do this. I'm not telling you that you should do this. I probably will, but I'm saying that the potential is there for this stock to do really great things, to spike up higher. I wouldn't invest in it. I wouldn't hold it overnight. I also wouldn't play with it in pre-market or after hours, because there is a chance that Hour Loop could come in and say, okay, we're going to do an offering. I don't know if that lockup period stops them from doing an offering or not. I can't find any rules for it in the SEC or anything preventing a company from doing a stock offering, how long they have after a an IPO to do it. I have seen uh, companies do an uplisting and then do a private placement sell, selling stocks like the day after or a few days after. So um, just know there's potential there. But once you're in the trading day, then you shouldn't have to really worry about an offering, because I don't think they can do an offering during the trading day from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I wouldn't hold it. Me personally, I wouldn't hold it after hours, and I wouldn't hold it pre-market. I wouldn't hold it overnight. Definitely would not hold it overnight. But I would trade it, because you're going to have a lot of volume in and out, coming in and out of the stock throughout the day. So I would trade it, buy and sell throughout the day, personally. So I just wanted to kind of cover that and show you what the potential was, what I'm seeing. You may see something totally different and be like, oh my God, this is going to drop, or oh, this is going to go much higher than 70, whatever. And that's great. You do what you want to do. I can't hit buy for you. I can't hit sell for you. I can't even advise you. I can just tell you my opinion and what I'm seeing. And that's what I'm seeing. Okay. So if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. I will update as I see information come available. And what I'm doing, with it. And you do what you want to do. Like I said, be sure to subscribe. And if you haven't yet, be sure to like the video. And like I said, I will update as time goes on. If I see anything come up, any news come up or anything, I will for sure do a video update. If I see other stocks come up that I think have great potential, I'll also update on those. Okay, I love you all so much, and I will see you next time.